What's going on, y'all? Corpus Christi Originals here. Which one am I looking at? Mine. This one here? Right or left? Which one? Corpus Christi Originals, y'all. Back at it again. Episode. I don't know which episode it is, but we got one of the OGs here.
Yeah.
One of the veterans. Mr. Play Boy. What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother?
Dude, nice to finally meet you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's an honor, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I started my brand, and then that's when I found out about you. To be honest, and I looking around, I was like, is there anybody else in town doing it? And you've been doing it since
2013.
2013, bro. Shoot.
Yeah.
You way ahead. It's like everything else.
The clothing I've been doing since 2013.
Right on. Yeah. I'm always late to the game, bro. That's the story of my life, bro.
It's all good, man. I'll be late to my own funeral. Trust
all
me.
right. That's what's up, man. Yeah. So that's how I came out, found out about you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I recently heard about the You on the Riding High podcast, which you guys go check it out if you haven't checked it out.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah, man. So you've been doing a lot of stuff in the city, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just from listening to that.
Try to, yeah.
Yeah, I like how you're humbled about it too, man. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I've buried a lot of people, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I look at it as where I'm from. I mean, my life could have gone in a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? So I wake up every day blessed, man. I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that my kids are good. You know, my family's good. A lot of my closest friends are good. And, you know, every day I wake up, I just, you know, thank the man above that I'm still here, man.
Yeah.
You know, because, again, where I'm from, life could have gone a lot of different ways. There's a lot of people that never really got to see a lot. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. How's it going, Francesca? Thank you for joining, Mama. Yeah. So when you say that, you mean like people that you grew up with in on the west side of town, right?
Not just growing up, but okay. I mean, I'm just talking about people that I've met along the way that, you know, are considered my best friends. You know what I mean? I buried my best friend when I was 23 years old. He was 27, you know. I recently buried another good friend of mine last year, you know. And these are people that, you know, you hang out with every day, you do business with every day, and you just never know that you're going to do that, you know. So it's kind of put me on how can I say it's kind of just kept me on a straight arrow, man. You know, to not try to get caught up in the bullshit and everything like that. So those I can cuss on here, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, because I got a mouth like a sailor.
That's all good. I don't cuss, and when people hear me not cussing, they're like, "What?" Yeah. That's just how I talk, man. Yeah, no, shoot, man. That makes me like how does that? I know you said it helps you to like fly straight, but how does when stuff like that happens in your life, how does it affect your decision making from then on? You know what I'm saying?
At this point, I mean, it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm to the point, man, where I'm already kind of like immune to it. Yeah, it kind of started when I buried my best friend, Mark Casanova, because again, I wasn't equipped to. You know, I had never buried a best friend, you know what I mean? And I think it's a little bit different of when you like, you know, bury a grandparent or something like that, or an uncle, or, you know, something, you know, to me, it was a little bit different because this is a person, you know, like I said, in the midst of like in my music career, you know, we had certain goals and we were doing certain things, whatever. And then, you know, he went into the hospital and he was in there for like 1 week, man, and then I remember just saying like, "Hey, I'll be right back" or whatever, and then from 1 hour to the next, just things changed, and he passed away.
Wow,
from the moment that I left the hospital. So,
you had a relationship with him, and like you were saying, like your aunt or your uncle or whatever. You really don't have that much.
No, I do. No. Don't get me wrong. Like I have, like, I'm just saying that it was a little bit different for me because it kind of showed me that, you know, life is short, and, you know, we as people take it for granted at certain points, you know what I'm saying? And it just kind of it kind of opened my eyes, but then it also made me kind of pull myself away from everybody, you know, even my kids at a certain point. Like it made me feel like I couldn't get close to anything because I felt like, well, if I get close to it, I'm gonna lose it anyway.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I still kind of think like that, to be honest, on certain things. Like that's why my attitude is just kind of like, whatever.
Wow.
But it's also the Sagittarius in me as well.
Right on, right on. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But yeah, but I do think about stuff like that. My attitude is like that with a lot of different stuff. I try not to stress shit. I don't, I don't try to like dwell over shit. I've took my losses like everybody else, but at the same time, like I don't. In my day to day, I don't have time to sit and bitch and complain about it. You know what I mean? If I do, it's for about 5 seconds, and then I just gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
So
the mind of a hustler.
Yeah, pretty much, man. That's all I know. To be honest, I mean, and hustling comes in 100 different ways. That's what people don't understand about it. But I mean, that's all I know, bro. I don't. I mean, I stopped working at 9 to 5 when I was like 22 years old.
What do you mean 100 different ways?
I mean, everybody's selling something. When you think about it, you know what I mean. You go to church every Sunday. Somebody's on that platform selling you, a pill of hope. You know what I mean. There's people selling banana bread in Walmart. Right. Us with clothing and music, car insurance. It's just everybody selling something, gotcha. Bro. You know what I mean. So it's like. That's why I always try to tell people, and even, people younger than me that don't really have an outlook on shit, is just like, man, if you could find something that you're good at, find a niche in it, and if it's profitable, I mean, just stick with it, you know. But I think what it is that a lot of people have the mentality that just because you put money on the table that you're automatically going to become a millionaire overnight. And that's just not the perception that you got to look at, So...
People don't see the trial and error either.
Oh, no, not even. People want quick money. That's what it is, and I've just always been around people that have always just been 100% with me, have never, like, sold me a wolf ticket, whether it be a family member or, like I said, one of my close friends. Like, I think that's why, too, I stay humble and I stay with the attitude that I have, because if I was sitting on this platform right now and I'm acting like somebody that I'm not, and I'm like, trying to make myself look like this, and I trust me, man, when I walk out this room, I'll get a phone call and be like, bro, why the fuck you up there doing that shit? You know what I mean? So, and I don't. Those are the people that I grew up around. You know what I mean? So it was just. That's just how I am, man.
If you do that, it's flimsy. Like, you feel that it's flimsy.
Well, there's gonna
fall over.
There's eventually 2 sides to a fence. You know what I mean? You can be on the one that's real, and you could be on the one that bullshits. If you think about it, that's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So all that fake it till you make it, man. It's cool. It was cool in the past, but I think we're in a world now to where it's like, who really fucking cares at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not a pocket watcher, I don't count other people's money. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that do that shit, and I think what it is you fall down a rabbit hole, and that's what social media is as well. Right now there's people putting their whole business on Facebook, but if you commented a comment, they'll turn around and be like, "Stay the fuck out of my business." Damn. And it's like, you just put your business on Facebook. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like fucking stupid, but
Come a long way from that, huh?
Yeah, no shit.
Because we're kind of like the same age, man. And, oh my god.
Yeah, I just turned 38, man. I'm still looking 21.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I'll be 42 in November, man. Sure.
That's what happens when you don't do drugs and you don't drink every day, all day, and pop pills on shit. You get the clean face.
Yeah. That's what's up.
I know motherfuckers my age and they look 60, bro. I'm just like, God damn, boy. Stay off the lean and pills, brother. You look.
Oh man, them cigarettes will do people dirt.
Man, I've seen some people that
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go too in depth with it, but I've seen some people that I know on the jail app, and I'm like, God damn, y'all look old as shit, and y'all are only 30. Like, stay off the drugs, man. Like, God
crazy,
damn,
bro.
like whatever they're taking, I don't want it.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and man, I really dig your work ethic. Just listening to that podcast and just meeting you now, and seeing all the stuff that you're doing, man, and that you have been doing. Like, damn, where does that come from? And then I know you mentioned your mom and your dad in that podcast, which I don't know. Did you learn it from them or?
I would say the work ethic. I got a lot from my pops, because my dad, from not just having a regular job, my dad is one of those people that can fix anything, can do anything, you know, and he's really, really good at it. Mm-hmm. And even when he worked his regular job with the school district, like on the weekends, if somebody was like, "Hey, can you do this for me? Do that?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, whatever." If he wanted to, right? And you know, my dad stays busy. Yeah. Like my dad's retired now, and
he's still busy.
It's hard. It's hardly that you'll see him sitting down. Yeah. You know what I mean? My mom is the same way now. They're both retired, and but they're just always constantly moving. I think the way my dad looks at it is like if he just sits down and does nothing, it's just life's just gonna just pass you by quicker than what it would be if you're actually doing stuff. You know what I mean? But I get a lot of my hustling from him just from seeing him do multiple different things and just you know never really sitting down, and that's why I don't. You know, one, I like expensive stuff. Two, my kids like expensive stuff, and it's just all I know, man. I just. And in the world that I'm in, I mean, again, I don't work in a regular 9 to 5. You know, I don't wake up at 7:30 in the morning, be at work at 8, and then I get off at 5. You know, like there's some days, bro, I don't even go to sleep till 6 in the morning. Wow! From the moment that I wake up, you know what I mean. So it's a lot of shit, you know.
So you like that lifestyle? When you chose it, you're like, yeah, this is what I want
to do. I mean, you know what's so crazy? It's you know because a lot of people have asked me that before, but I could never sit back and bitch and complain about something that I chose to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's like being, you know, if I signed up to be a truck driver and then I'm complaining like, oh shit, I'm never home. And it's like, well, shit, you signed up for it. You know what I mean? So I can never sit. All I've ever wanted to do was rap. That's all I've ever wanted to do. Yeah. I played sports in junior high. I only did it because, you know, all my other friends were doing it. My pops, you know, enjoyed watching me do it or whatever. And, you know, but once that shit was over and I got into high school, I didn't care about anything else, bro. I wasn't trying to be a part of no groups. I wasn't trying to be the basketball team, football team, none of that shit. All I wanted to do was rap and do music. So that's awesome. All I ever wanted to do.
And you said one of your influences was your brother, who was in actually a metal band.
Yeah, my older brother.
Which is, totally different side of the musical spectrum, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. So, and then you wrote poetry. You started writing poetry at one point?
Yeah, I used to write poetry in school. And that's when I kind of learned that I was able to put words together pretty good. But I got a lot of my influence from my older brother. My older brother and my second older brother. So it's 4 of us all together. Wow. I'm the baby out of my brothers. Oh, wow. So my older brother, my second older brother, they did heavy metal music. My third brother didn't do no music. He was more into like in the business side of things with stuff that he chose to do. So he was really good of doing with all that. So my 2 older brothers, but my brother Julian was always into like hip hop. Right. So a lot of the first like rap albums and stuff that I actually listened to was from him, you know, things like that. But I grew up on everything from Metallica, Ozzy Osbourne, Megadeth, Sepultura, to you know, Selena lived right down the street from me, so listening to Spanish music, to just regular pop. So I mean, I listen to it all, man.
Yeah, right on. Thanks a lot, Garza, for the stuff. There's a chat right there. Appreciate you, Garza.
Right, shout out to them.
He said keep up the good work.
I appreciate it, boss man.
Yeah, man, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. So thinking about so you grew up in Molina, and then I heard you on the Hot 97. You were rapping on there. First thing you said was like Motown,
West Point, Motown, West Haven.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I'm not from the West Side, bro. I grew up Central, East, Southeast, whatever. I don't know what the heck you call it.
Anyway. Well, we consider the good part of town.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The nice part of town.
Yeah.
At least for the Hispanic.
That's what we would always
consider. The Hispanic
that's what we always like. Oh, you live on the side. You're on the good part of town, bro.
Side.
Yeah. I mean, ain't no way around it. You was on the good side of town.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you said, and so when you said that, I was like, West Haven. That has to be something over there on the. So I even looked it up on the map, bro. There's a park, right? West Haven Park.
Well, what it is that Molina it's that part is kind of considered West Haven on one side, and then it's Molina on the rest. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's all when you say Molina, people would know like, okay, that whole section. But it's just broken down like that whole little section is called West Haven because of the park and
that
stuff
section
like
of
that.
Molina.
Yeah, yeah, but it's all Molina in general. Like we're all family. Yeah,
right on.
So,
And then you were
yeah.
saying that even your parents are from.
Oh yeah, my whole family's from there. Yeah. There ain't no so what it was growing up, my brothers, my parents, when they were coming up, because my again, I'm the youngest out of my brothers. My brothers are the ones that didn't move into the Molina neighborhood until I was actually going to be born. So what it was that, but my grandparents and the rest of my family lived there. It's just my parents didn't live there.
Okay.
They lived in an apartment, I believe.
Okay.
So coming up, whatever.
Gotcha.
And because my dad used to work in an apartment complex before he got into CCISD. So and I think, if I'm not mistaken, hopefully I'm not telling this wrong, I think the house that my parents bought, they used to walk by it coming home from school, and then they bought it.
They bought that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, when they got old enough or whatever.
Yeah, right
But my grandparents had been there, I think, before there was even pavement on the street. From what I was told.
That, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I mean, and I remember my grandpa saying too. I don't even think the golf course was back there or something. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's very long ago when I would hear these things. But yeah.
Awesome.
But that's all I know, man. I mean, I ain't never lived on the south, east, north, or nothing else. So
yeah, definitely got its own culture, man.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, dude, at a certain point, you didn't come into Molina unless you knew somebody, you lived there, or you were buying something.
Right on.
You just straight up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So it wasn't a fun place to just walk into if you didn't know anybody. So
and you were mentioning that. So there's blacks on that side of town too, and you was kind of hanging with both of them.
Well, our whole neighborhood is dominant Hispanics and blacks. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
So, but we're all family, man. I mean, we all come up together. We all came up together. We're all still coming up together. It's just one of those neighborhoods, and it's the same for everywhere else. I don't want to make it seem like it's just in Molina, but it's one of those neighborhoods that like you could go down the street and sometimes you don't even have to knock on the door. It's just like, hey man, I'm here. It's just that type of thing. It's but it's in our neighborhood too. We all look out for each other. If things come up missing, you better take that shit back before.
Wow, crazy.
So
there's that level of respect.
Oh, most definitely. To a certain extent. I mean, we still have knuckleheads and stuff that do random dumb shit and things like that, like anybody else. But
yeah, of course, you gotta take the good with the bad. I think
always.
Yeah. So Crooked Christi, does that have to do with, like, I guess what does it come from, like on yours? Like from your side of the story.
Well, I mean, Crooked Christi was just a term that was just used in the streets. People. It was just something that people would say, and it was just used, to describe whatever you felt it was crooked. The city council, this and that. Whatever it is. And it's when this idea popped up. I was just like, man, let's just call it Crooked Christi. You know what I mean? And I went through the proper chains to make sure, it was usable, and I did. But I mean, there was a lot of bullshit behind it. Like I was telling you off air, like, it took a whole year to show people that it wasn't anywhere related to gangs. It wasn't, anything to deal with any type of, prison type of stuff, street type of stuff. It was just something that I knew that the city, needed, because I would go to different places, or when I go perform to different places, you see cool things, like you go to Houston, they got Ace Town shirts, and, even the Astros create that stuff now. You go to San Antonio, you got, the tone up shirts or 210, like, and to me, Corpus never really had that, so I wanted to create something where it was just like kind of edgy streetwear type stuff, and just where it could be where it's like, oh man, that's fucking cool. I want to, you know, wear something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it. You know.
So you said it took a year. Let's go back.
About, yeah.
So, and this was 2013. Like, how do you establish yourself within a year? Like, was you talking to people? Like, how did it change?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I'll give you the short long story. I was in California on some music business stuff, but one of my brothers, he actually lives in Oakland, California.
Oh, cool.
And we crossed the bridge to San Francisco, and if you've never been there, like Oakland and San Francisco is like here to Portland.
Okay.
So you just cross the bridge and you're there, right? So I don't know if it was in the Mission District, but my brother's parking his car, and I get off to make sure because over there it's like, you know, it's smarter to probably walk around because there's not a lot of parking over there. It's kind of like being downtown. You just always got to park on the side of the street and stuff like that. So, you know, he's parking. I get off to make sure he can, you know, fit the space. And then right when I turn around, there's this cool like store. It's called Zero Friends.
Wow.
And I see this dude, like he's spray painting or something, right? Because the door's kind of open. So I'm just kind of like, man, I want to check this store out, you know? And so we walk in there, and they had like all these t-shirts, just like one t-shirt of like different designs on the wall. Excuse me. And they had all these little like paintings and stuff of like different characters, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Freddy Krueger and all stuff. But they look real cartoonish, and like the guy drew them as if they were like melting. Cool. Yeah, it was crazy. Well, I found out that this dude is like a big name. Oh, I guess, I don't know, over there or everywhere, but I think his name is Alex Party or something like that. And so he has this thing where he draws all these different like characters and shit like that. Well, anyway, so I seen this cool shirt, and I was like, man, I want to buy that shirt or whatever. And the only thing they had on the walls were like size small. So I was like, well, shit, you know. And the guy goes, no, man, we got more shirts in the back. This is just so people don't steal our shit. And I was just like, damn, that's smart, you know, like, because if you try to steal something, there's only one side. You can't go nowhere. Yeah, that is smart. Right? So I was like, man, that's cool. So anyway, so I bought some stuff, whatever, and I actually got one of the little art pieces off the wall. I got a Leatherface one. And so we're walking out or whatever, and I turn to my brother, and I'm like, you see that shit, man? That's what I want to fucking do. Nice. Like, that's what we got to do.
Wow.
And he's just like, you think so? And I'm like, fuck yeah, right? So we go to we you know, finish our day shopping or whatever. So anyway, we go back to Oakland, and we go back to his crib, and we're sitting there drinking and shit. And then, you know, he kind of brings it up, and he's like, man, what you talking about earlier? You know, and I was like, man, we got to fucking do something. And
wow.
So right then and there, and I had already been out there, I think, for like a week.
Yeah.
So I had to leave like the next day. Well, that whole night, man, we're just like kicking ideas and talking about it, whatever. And we actually started like throwing logos together. Wow. Because my brother does kind of the same thing I do. It's just it's in a whole different world. Like, he deals with more like real estate and nice. Branding of like other businesses rather than what I do with.
That's cool.
So we go back and forth a lot on stuff, and so we were sitting there on the couch, man, doing the logo and going like, oh, I think this, oh, we need to move this, and going back and forth. Then
nice.
So then I come back, and it was really just like probably just like drunk talk or whatever, I guess. And then we got back on the phone a couple of days later, and we're just talking about it, whatever. And you know, I was like, yeah, we should just try it. And again, we're not thinking really nothing of it.
Right.
And then it gets into the ears of my other brother, and he's just like, oh, man, you know, Jason said you want to do this. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about it. And he's like, well, man, you know, I'll match this and this is that. And then my older brother was like, well, we can do this, you know. So what people don't know is that when we started this whole thing, and we started to advertise, we made the Facebook page, and you know, once we settled on the logo, which is this one right here.
Yeah.
we started mocking up all the t-shirts and the color things, whatever, and we made a Facebook page and we put all that information on there. I think like within 24 hours we had already like 1,500 likes.
Nice.
But mind you, we didn't have nothing.
Wow.
We just had mock-up
Just
pictures.
the idea.
Yeah, we had ideas. So we did it as a teaser thing because we wanted to see if people were gonna like it or talk shit.
Oh, nice.
So that was kind of like right because
Yeah.
at that point you don't even know who's behind it yet. You
Right.
just see like, oh, these Crooked Christi shirts.
Wow,
or
crazy, yeah.
So I think a lot of people were. I know a lot of them were like, is this for real? Is this for real? Whatever. And we got into that, and then we were just like, shit, we really got to start like, making these shirts now. So then we started looking for people that to do t-shirts and whatnot, or whatever. But the difference with us is that from the very beginning, my goal was to make sure that everything we made was 100% quality.
Nice.
Meaning that the shirt, the hat, whatever you bought from us is the same thing that you would get out of a Dillard's, a Zoomies, a Macy's, a JCPenney's, an Academy. Like, I'm not into selling anybody no bullshit. My thing is that if whatever I do, whatever I create, whatever I put my money into and whatever, and this is advice to anybody trying to get into any type of business. If you yourself would not buy that, how can you convince somebody else to buy that? Right? Like, think about it. Like it like bullshit can only go so far.
Right.
Like if something sucks, it just sucks. And there's no way you can convince a whole city or a world that like, oh, it's the best thing, because obviously it's gonna get to a point where enough people are gonna be like, nah, this shit sucks. You know? And that's okay, but it's just the realization. But we just got to a point where that was our goal, and that is still our goal. You know what I mean? So everything we do, I make sure that it's 100% quality.
Hell yeah.
You know, so
this cup alone, bro. He gave me this cup, guys. Check it out.
Yeah. Tell Stanley to stay off my motherfucking grass.
For real, bro. Look at this. Dude, this is legit. Jay Bustos, thank you for sharing the video. He said, I need that hat. Where could we buy the merch at?
Oh, man. CrookedChristiTX.com, baby. Yeah. And you know, let me it's gonna sound weird because I want to apologize to all those, because I know a lot of people hate to order something local from a local website because they feel like, why can't I just get it from you
or go into a store?
Yeah.
I got you.
So this is the thing. Let me explain this to everybody, all right? And I'm gonna make this very comical to everybody. Shit is expensive out here. Okay, rent for a brick and mortar is fucking expensive. Okay, I don't know how a lot of these motherfuckers out here do it, but I know. And so, you know, I don't have investors. Okay, I don't have somebody writing me a check. I don't have partners in certain things that deal with other certain stuff where I'm just, you know, money is pumping. It's not like that. So it's very hard to sustain certain things before I even get into it to know like, that's not worth it, right? So the good thing about our brand is that we built the whole thing just from doing pop-up shops. Our first pop-up shop was actually Day of the Dead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and whoever is a part of that, please let me know why you don't let us be a part of it anymore. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was our first thing. I think we sold out that day too. Yeah. But yeah, it's, you know, there was a time I was looking into making an actual store or renting the space out and stuff, but the price is just crazy, man. I'm not gonna spend, you know, and this, you know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna spend $5,000-$6,000 a month.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't have confidence in my brand and nothing. It's I'm just smart. Like I'm not doing this shit as a you know, pat me on the back that I opened up a store and all the shit. Like you know, I think what I'm gonna do is just give people because there is a lot of people, they want to buy it from me, which is kind of, you know, whatever.
Wait, like directive.
Like they want to buy it from me. They want to know that they bought it from Playboy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got my shit from Playboy, you know? So I think what I'm going to do is just basically have a permanent shop for the weekend in the Corpus Christi Trade Center, where people can just come and get it physically if they wanted to, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, but other than that, you know, it's just, you know, you order it and it gets shipped out the next day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Chachi on Facebook. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
But crookedchristitx.com, man. Whatever you can get on there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, crookedchristitx.com.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man.
We got a lot of cool shit on there. Everything from hats, women's chains.
Y'all got a huge following too.
Croc charms, socks. I don't know if they can see my socks, but yeah, I got my socks on.
What is it? The sandals?
We got the slide.
Yeah, slide. There you go.
God, what else we
hats.
Have? All our hats now. We got 2 more dropping. I think I want to put them out next week. One of them is the colorway of the Astros. The other one's the colorway of the hooks. Yeah.
That's cool.
So I would love to do something with the hooks, man.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Dude, I could see that. I could see.
I think that'd be badass, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. Shoot, you kidding?
Yeah, Crooked Christi hooks for one night.
Dude,
brother.
Dope,
I know this fucking city was shit their
pants. Hell yeah, bro. Dude. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I like your hat too. It's got the Texas flag on there.
Yeah. So our first hats, if anybody's ever bought one from us, our very, very first versions, we had, we were going with, I don't know if you're familiar with Zephyr.
Okay.
So Zephyr used to be like what New Era used to be now at a certain point. So they were doing all our hats at the beginning, but then it became kind of funny with certain stuff, and I couldn't really do a lot that I wanted to do. So at one point I said, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna go straight to the source, and then now I just deal with nothing but real manufacturers.
Damn, that's cool,
so
man.
So all our hats, I want everybody to know that when you buy a hat from us, just know that you are buying the same quality as a New Era, but you know, I'm not buying New Eras and putting my logo on them. Like, all our hats are completely made from scratch.
That's cool.
Like, if they follow us, they'll see like the production of it being put together and stuff like that. So, you know, it took a lot to get to that point, but I'm super proud of what we have now. It just makes me, you know, love it even more every time I do something new with it. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. That's very awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So when I started mine, the barrier to entry was like cheap for me, and I make my stuff by myself, and it's not like at all the quality yours is. So I was just like, I'm just gonna do it like this at first, you know, and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then just, you know, go from there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like that too as far as money goes. I do what I can. If I can't get a store, like, I feel you on that.
Yeah. Well, I used to work.
Bro,
so I used to work retail. That's how I've got. Yeah, that's why I know a lot of this stuff, because I mean, at 15, 16 years old, I mean, I was selling shit over the telephone. Wow. I used to work at some place down here called Sitel. People my age would know what Sitel used to be.
Sitel, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember that. It used to be like a telemarketing place. I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah. Is it on the west side?
No, that was God,
I want to say
APAC. Yeah. No, I did Sitel.
Oh my God.
Sitel gang for everybody that knows that. But I used to work for them when I was like 16, man. Like, that's when, like, I guess, like, when the internet came out. I remember we used to sell like Yahoo Internet and all shit. Crazy. And then I went from that, and then I worked at Mervin's. I used to work in the shoe department at Mervin's.
Crazy, bro.
And then I worked at this hip hop store called Blaze. They sold like baby fat, Yums, all different types of stuff. And then I actually worked at Dillard's in the shoe department, and I you know, and then I learned a lot of stuff from my mom, because that's all my mom knew too, was retail. Yeah. But I was a real huge fan of like Tommy Hilfiger. I used to be like a walking fucking you know, advertising for them pretty much. But
nice, man.
But no, it was just, you know, I like those things, you know, and me being a real hip-hop head, like, you know, when Jay-Z made Rockaware and Outkast had their clothing and stuff, I used to look at our stuff and I was just like, man, that shit's so tight, you know. And I was a consumer of it, you know, and I bought it because it was really, the quality was good, you know, the designs were nice. And so with doing all this, it's kind of like I'm doing a lot of the stuff that I know what a lot of big brands do. You know, it's just if I wanted to, I mean, I could just get a hold of some of the buyers in the mall, like Zoomies and probably Lids and stuff like that, and see how I can go about it, just having the brand in there. The only thing is, it all comes down to numbers. Like, how much are they going to take away from me from what I'm actually making and things like that. So again, somebody else would be like, oh, but it's in lids. And it's like, yeah, but how much money are you really profiting from that? You know what I mean? So it's like, do I take the short end of the stick just to say like I have my hand lids, or do I do the smart thing and just go do over here and just pop up my shit up again? So it's trust me, man, if I really wanted to be that arrogant, I would have done a lot of different shit just to say like, oh, I got my shit in this and that, but I try to move smart, because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with money, it's, it can run out pretty quick. You know what I mean? So you got to be smart of what you're doing and how you do it. And, if I'm just here trying to do bragging rights shit, I'll go broke. Anybody that's doing that will go broke. Yeah. So
it's almost like if you start out with a little bit of money, then once you start getting money, you're like, damn, I need to be responsible with it.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this is not, because it's not about me. You know what I mean? It's not about, Mr. Play Boy the rapper. I created this as its own thing. You know what I mean? There was a time where like I wouldn't even, show my face. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't, because I didn't want people, for somebody, because, some people can feel a certain way because you're doing more than what they feel they're, they should be doing or whatever. And I didn't want people to like hate this because they feel some way towards me, because this is not connected to my music. It's connected to me because I put it together.
You're the owner.
And but at the end of the day, like, this shouldn't be looked down upon because somebody has some way of feeling a certain way towards me. You know what I mean?
Do you get that a lot from people in the city or just in general? Like people?
I mean, I've gotten it. Don't get me wrong. I get shade thrown on me all the time in all different ways, and I used to deal with it probably way more. Coming up. I mean, now. I mean, people know what my attitude is. I don't give a fuck what anybody else to say. I don't give a fuck, how you feel about me or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Because my thing is like, what I eat, man, don't make nobody shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's the way I look at it. Like, if you're doing something over there and I'm doing something over here, as long as what you're doing over there doesn't affect the money in my pocket and the shit that I'm doing, I don't give a fuck.
So how do you feel? Like, so I have a small brand, not as big as yours. How do you feel about me having one? And I guess kind of,
I hate it.
Like I want to bring this up because people watching, I want them to know, like, hey, there's two people here trying to make money. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
No, I mean,
I've even said that before.
No, it's, I don't, because, and I think I've told Dusty this before too. There was a certain point that everybody thought I made the Corpus hat. You know what I mean? And it got to a point where I just kind of was just like, look, we don't make that hat. That's not us. Actually, and and again, I hate to say it, but Crooked was here before. A lot of people's shit. What I don't like and what I will never respect is when people try to make it seem like this never existed or this started after a lot of people's shit. You know what I mean? So, but do I have a problem with people selling clothes and all something? I don't care. Like, I have my own thing and I do it my own way. And, I just try to make sure, again, that what I sell to people are never going to have a bad review on it. People are going to see the quality. They're going to see, all the hard work that goes into that. You know what I mean? Just like this cup, you know what I mean? I actually did it as a joke because everybody was like, oh, Stanley this and Stanley that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to show people that what you're raving about is just plastic and stainless steel. Okay? And when you're going and trying to spend, whatever, it's like, I'm going to show you. Because some people would say, well, this is better than this cup. And it's like, bro, it's made out of the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. So I made it as a joke. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a fucking cup, but I'm going to make it badass, But it's, not to give you a cheap plug, but it's a 40 ounce, what we call a 40 ounce sipper. They come in different colors. It actually has the branding on the top. You can twisted little thing, you know, to where you could just sip out of it if you want to, and
it definitely made nice, dude. I like this little thing on top.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but look, you know, all this. Look at all the detail in this cup.
Yeah.
You know, look at the bottom. Some people won't even pay attention to the bottom.
Seriously, bro.
Yeah, like, you know, this is what I'm saying, dude, man. It's all about quality, you know.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, see, it's not just...
Dude, that's what's up.
See, somebody would be like, oh, he just put his logo on the front of a cup.
Exactly.
Like, no,
yeah.
No,
that's the kind of stuff that I'll be like, all right, cool. But damn,
that's what I'm saying, man. Nice. Hell no. This is real deal Holyfield right here.
Do not microwave.
Do not microwave. Yeah.
He's even got the website on the bottom, bro.
Of course.
Yeah, look at that.
You want to know why? Let me tell you why.
Wash only.
Let me tell you why. You notice that, right? Let me tell you why. Because if we were just chilling somewhere, right, and I had this cup, right, like the homie in the chat is like, oh, where can we get your stuff, right? So I'm chilling like this, like just sipping on, and you're just like, damn, man, where'd you get that cup? And you're like, oh, Crooked Christi right I was like, right here. Yeah. See that? That's a jewel for y'all people out there.
Oh, dude, come on, man. I know you're full of them, bro. Like, man, for real, dog. Even before you came in, I was like asking you about the trademark and all that stuff. I was like, damn, I know I can get some advice from this dude.
Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. Like walking, walking platform.
I seen that you were in the cereal aisle.
With my jacket on, you know, I go to HTO, you know, it's just, you know, hey, I mean, who's
that shirt, dude? That shirt looks nice.
Who's, you know, this is something that's coming out pretty soon. This is actually just the
embroidered too,
a prototype. You know what I mean? That's what I call it. But yeah, it has a 13 on the back. I don't know if somebody could see it from the back, but has a 13 on the back, and but yeah, man, there are certain things that I'll just make. I'll have the manufacturer create it for me, and then I just review it and see if like, I don't really like it. You know, I get ideas.
Yeah.
And I just try to execute them. And that's where I just kind of look at things. I'm like, I don't know if people would like that, you know, because again, it's not about me.
How do you test it? How do you go about testing them out? Like testing your ideas? Do you like put a drop? Do you do a drop? No? Oh, okay.
No. Like, let's just say this, right? So I've only worn one of these one time, I believe, when I performed at one show. So again, it's like, let's just say you have 100 people like, oh my God, I want one of those. I need that. I need it in red or whatever. See, I take that information amongst, if I go to Whataburger and I'm standing in line, someone goes, hey bro, where'd you get that shirt from? You know, like the other day I was at
like
this taco place. I was at this taco place and I had my hat backwards. And when I got up, the dude was like, hey man, damn, I love your hat, bro. Like, where can I get it? And I was like, oh, I don't think he even believed me, because when I told him, I was like, oh, you can get it on my store, you know, Crooked Christi TX, and he kind of looked at me like, what? Like, I'm like, yeah, bro, it's a real brand. There's still a lot of people that, you know, probably have never heard about it. You know, so
no, definitely, man, dude, that's awesome. That's good stuff there. So you got the brand going, and so you designed yourself. I found that out too. I didn't know. Oh yeah, like you're a designer for.
I've been doing that since.
And you even got, dude. You got a gold record from a design on, was it King? What's the guy's name? B King. And then he called you. You're like, hey, I got this going gold. You're gonna get a plaque too.
Yeah. So shout out to my boy B King, straight out of the Houston. So that thing came about. I think BK called me about 4 a.m. and he was just like, hey man, I'm about to get signed to Columbia Records. Wow. He had just put a project up, and he was telling me that they were going to pull it down, but they were going to run with this one song that's on there called Then Leave. Yeah. And he goes, you know, I need you to do this artwork for me for the song, whatever. And I said, all right, cool. And he goes, man, just go listen to that song. Just like, you know, do your thing on it. So I was like, all right. So I go and I'm just playing that song over and over and over in my headphones. And then I got the concept, and I was like, all right, cool. I put the thing together, you know, very quickly, sent it back. He reviewed it. He goes, all right, man, this is what I'm going to run with. And the song blew up on TikTok. Yeah. Next thing I know, he was like, hey, man, that shit already went gold. And I'm like, all right, so hopefully I get a platinum one out of that one, too.
It's got like 66 million on Spotify. I went to go listen to it.
Get that head, get that bread, then leave.
I was like, what?
Peace out.
Yeah, dude, that's dope.
Yeah. So that's why I always make that joke, like, I got a gold plaque. I ain't had to bust one rap. You know what I mean? Like, You know, hey, name another.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Name another. Name another. You know what I mean?
No kidding,
So,
man.
but you know what's so crazy? On the same wall, I have, when I put out my first album when I was 20, called Out the Smoke, I made my rendition of a thing like that.
Yeah,
know?
of your,
so
like
I
your
put my
own.
CD, got my poster in it, and I made it look like a plaque.
Nice.
And it's just so funny that now I actually have one with my name on it.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
And you were saying like the guys would never have this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then even being on Hot 97, that was, man, I heard that whole rap. Damn, you were friggin', you were at it, bro.
I got a lot of hate from that too.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From just like from people in this, like from.
Oh yeah, City. Mm-hmm. A lot of the other local rappers.
God,
yep.
I can't stand that, bro. Yep. I don't understand that. And then like you
they'll never admit it, but I seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah. Right. And then you were mentioning too that these guys will even pay to be on a bill or whatever.
Yeah, everybody pays. Everybody pays.
You see that?
Everybody pays. You know what? I'll tell you. Everybody pays. All these shows that happen, the 20 artists that you see open up, like say one of these rap shows that happen, there's 20 artists before the main person comes. All those people paid.
Pay to play.
Of course. That's what it is. That honestly, man, at this point, like I don't give a fuck how anybody feels about it. It's just it's what it is. There is no more whether you're good or not.
Oh,
it's just you just pay. You know?
Money talk.
Of course.
Oh my
think about it like this, man. Anybody that knows me, I could rap my ass off. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of people that could fuck with me. Right? But do you think that really matters if somebody else comes next to me and says, you know what, man? Here's $1,000. Boop.
Oh.
You get that?
Yeah.
So it's not about talent anymore.
Oh man.
It's about what you can just really do for the next person. There's gatekeepers, there's all that shit, bro.
Wow.
You know? If you're not in it, you don't see it. But I'm here to tell you that shit's real. When people talk about the Illuminati and all that different shit and the big shit, oh, that shit's real, bro.
Yeah, for real.
That shit's real.
Wow.
I mean, you know, whether you want to call it the Illuminati or call it this or call it that, all that gatekeeping shit, all that bias shit, all that little circles of this and that. Like, if you ain't a part of this circle, do trust me.
So I'm trying to figure out what gatekeeping is. That's
gatekeeper is just like if, you know, you got something going on and you're trying to, you know, elevate yourself, right? But you can never elevate yourself because those people, they don't let you in. Think about that.
They let who they want to.
Of course. Of course. Why do you think when you see a lot of things in the city, you always kind of see the same people and the same little things?
Crazy.
And it's gatekeeping. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Yeah. They can hate me for it at the end of this interview. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's one thing about me. I don't care. Like, I'll tell them, like, it's gatekeeping, you know? So, you know, it's one thing, like, you know, the game is to be sold, not told, but at the same time, it's just, you know, that's why a lot of things just don't move the way it does, because it's just gatekeeping, bro. Damn, it's a lot of kiss ads. It's a lot of, you know, pay your way. All this. I mean, I've done it. You know, I've paid to be on shows, you know, a lot of shows, you know, that I feel that I should have got paid for. I did it, you know, for free, or, you know, I paid this or that. I mean, people in this whole rap game, it's smoke and mirrors. Okay. And when a lot of these dudes out here, and even females, like when they see what the game is really about, you start to kind of like, do you really want to be a part of this shit? You know what I mean? So it's an ugly thing, man. It gets to a point where it's, you know, everybody can, and a lot of different stuff that happens, people can talk about that whole, like, you know, Corpus needs to come together and unity, and if we all, like, bro, all that shit is a crock of shit, bro. It is. It's just, I don't care. Nobody can convince me that, like, yeah, everybody has their groups and everybody has little circles and everybody, you know, whatever. Yeah. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, all that, it's fake support. I want to support him because I'm trying to find an opportunity within that. You know what I mean? But
so you're saying all this stuff, which, man, so if somebody doesn't know you, why should they listen to what you're saying right now?
Like right now?
Yeah.
Because it's not sugar-coated.
It's the truth.
It's really in front. It's really, I mean, it's really it's really in front of people's eyes. And that's just me being like straight up. It's really dude. This is not just the music.
Exactly.
You can work at fucking Walmart and or the plant. Okay, well think about it.
Yeah.
Right. Think about how that you got to know somebody to get into something. Yeah. What is that? You know what that's called?
Or they don't like you to cast you out.
Okay, so what is that called? Gatekeeping.
Yeah.
That's all it is, bro. It happens in everything. You know, if somebody knows me, oh man, we're gonna let him in. Oh, you know, it's just the way the world works.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You just have to find your way of getting, you know, maneuvering into things, you know. But it happens in everything, man. It's just in my world of music and things like this and this whole, you know, circle of hip hop and rap and all this shit, and it's just the way it is. You know, it's always been like that.
Right, that sucks too, man. Somebody said no Diddy LLO.
I definitely don't want to be a part of none of them parties.
Dude, that thing's dirty though.
Nah, I don't want to be a part of none of those parties.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're funny though.
Yeah. Oh, golly. All kinds of stuff is surfacing. And stuff
okay. It's funny that somebody commented that and you saying that about stuff coming out, because that stuff is barely coming out, but how long has it actually been happening?
Right.
Okay. So you think about stuff like that. It's you know, people will try to make jokes. I mean, we can make jokes about this all day.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, again, man, we've seen Diddy send a group of people for cheesecake on, you know, making the band, you know what I mean? To you know, earn their way to do certain shit. So it's like it just happens, man. So
who would have thought Diddy was a hoto? Somebody mentioned on Facebook.
No comment on that.
Yeah, no comment, dude. So you mentioning that, it's been around probably for years, probably since mankind. You know what I mean? How do you think that affects?
Look at Nickelodeon.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh my God. Me and Maya were talking about that.
You think they make Netflix specials off of like just, you know, assumptions? No, bro. Like, come on.
I was hearing, I don't know if you listen to Candace Owens, but she was mentioning that
I don't really deal with politics.
Okay, she was mentioning that like the government had a fund for movies.
Oh yeah, but you know they kind of lead the way the movie needs to be, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is the way I look at the world. We've all have been taught to see things a certain way, especially as Hispanic people. Yeah. Right? You grow up, and what is the first thing? To believe in God and, you know, everything, and the world was made, and Adam and Eve and everything like that.
Right.
We're all taught that. We're all taught to see certain things a certain way in any culture. But at the end of the day, bro, we're all just going off words.
Yeah.
And we're all just going off, you know, we all have, we all believe in things a certain way, right? But at the end of the day, that's what it is. We're going off what we've actually never seen before. We've never actually heard it. We're just going off something that was written and what people found here and there and piecing it together or whatever. Like, you know, it's just like Cat Williams the other day. You know, he's talking about the pyramids. You know, do you honestly think those are made by man? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Like, you know, that shit is made out of stone. You know how heavy that is? You know, and to be in a world where there's no cranes and all this shit to, like, come on, man. So it's, you know, like, I believe in aliens. I do believe that there is a whole other thing out here, but crazy. You know, it's because it's just very hard to believe that we're the only people living. But again, it's you know, it's kind of like if you want to hide things from people, you put it in a book.
Oh, nobody's gonna read it.
Nobody's gonna read it.
Damn.
See, the lie is always more entertaining than the truth. Think about that. Think about that, right?
It's more flashy.
Of course. Wow. It's nobody really talks about the truth. Everybody talks about the lie. If I said, "Oh, I'm a millionaire," blah 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 blah, right? And people heard that, they'd be like, "Man, that dude's not a millionaire," and all this shit, and it'll just ran on, right? And because the lie is more entertaining than the truth. Nobody cares about the truth. Social media is based off lies. Right? Like most of it is just, you know, I don't even really want to get. I'll get into it if you want to, but it's just, you know, it's
How does it? How do you think it messes with society? Like all
social
that?
media.
Yeah, social media.
Bro, social media gave people it gave certain people that never had a voice that they felt was being heard a voice.
Oh.
If you think about it.
Oh man.
Think about all that. Right? You could put whatever on social media and like just people here, you know, whether people know me or not, they can comment whatever they want to comment.
Ooh.
Right?
And they can comment a lie, and people will be all
people
over.
can comment a lie, they can comment the truth, they can say, hey, whatever, oh, whatever, you know. So it's, you know, social media is a very, I mean, it's hurt people. It's made people, you know, try to take their own life or probably have taken their own life. You know, it's social media is a very, it's a fucked up playground, you know, and whether it is truth or a lie, it's up there forever to a certain point, you know. So you just gotta, that's why me, man, I live a very private life. I don't really ever share my kids on social media. I don't talk about them to a certain extent. I don't glorify a lot of stuff that I just do in my regular day to day. If you follow me, all you're getting is fucking me cracking a joke, me promoting, you know, the new ventures, the clothing, the music, and just sharing, you know, whatever I might share. But personal wise, things of relationships and just all different shit, you ain't never gonna get that shit from me.
Wow, crazy. It's almost like using it for business.
No, it's just
it's kind of like a storefront.
The way, no, it's just, it's for me. I've always looked at it. Social media is that crack in the door when your door is not fully closed. So if you look from a distance, you can still kind of see through it. To me, that's what social media is.
Oh wow!
Like somebody's waiting for somebody to break up.
Oh, crazy!
Right?
Yeah.
Like you always see a woman talk about that, or you'll see a dude talk about that. Right? Like, oh, I just broke up with my man or my girl. Like,
oh man,
40 dudes or women are in the inbox already, right? Because they're just on the sidelines, watching, right? So yeah, they're just waiting for their day to play. Yeah, they're lurking. But everybody, man, is just, some people just live a boring life and have nothing better else to do but to watch others, and that's what social media is to a certain point. So that's why I just, you know, I don't fall into the bullshit. I mean, I'll crack jokes with the best of them, but for me to really like put my personal life out there and stuff like that, no, I don't do none of that shit.
That's probably a good thing, man. Yeah, for sure. Damn, I think for coming on. We've been going for an hour, man. That's awesome, dude.
Damn, already? Cool.
Yeah. And I had all this stuff we haven't even touched on, which you got a bunch of stuff going on.
Stay tuned for
part
10. Part 10 coming. Oh man, it's funny.
Tony Carrillo said social media is a big playground to me.
It is. It's a shit show, bro. You know, but I mean, again, it's just something that you can use in a good way and a bad way.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I don't, you know, I don't see what the purpose is of going on there and just like fighting with a whole bunch of people you're never gonna meet.
Yeah,
like you get people that fight with other people that like, bro, you don't even know this person. Like you're wasting all this energy. Like, you know, just like the other day, I'm watching the Beetlejuice trailer and there's all these 100,000 people like fighting with each other. It's just like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, like it's crazy.
What bothers me is like you don't know what's real, like because like you're saying, like people could just lie.
Of course.
And you don't even know what's real. So you're looking at this thing. You might be looking at it all day, all week, whatever.
You know what I hate? I'll tell you what I fucking hate. Can they see me on this camera?
Right here, right?
Ladies, stop using that bold glamour fucking filter on your pictures, okay? Stop that shit. You're beautiful without it. Hell
yeah, bro. Oh, AI is crazy right now. What do you think about that, dude? Like
what?
AI, because that's what artificial intelligence.
Yeah. I think it's for some business it's good. For some it's not. I say that to say this. It's because it's one thing to let a computer just create something, but when you get it organically from somebody that you know, that's what they're blessed with. You know, you're taking away something from them. You know, and I just, you know, again, a lot of that stuff, yes, it helps to make things faster and move faster and stuff like that, and you know, create things way quicker and help with this. Some of it is very useful. Some it's just kind of like, you know, to me, it kind of takes away the interaction of humans with each other. Yeah. You know, so
like actually having to learn how to.
I mean, imagine if I'm here doing the interview with a robot.
Oh yeah.
How fun is that?
Yeah, crazy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So now I'm here with one of the dudes from iRobot having this conversation. You know what I mean?
Wow,
there's no, I mean, you see how I think about shit? Like it's just, I look at it, I look at things realistically.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, just listening to you, Tom, I'm telling you, bro, like, how do you get like that? It seems like you're like, how do you be like that? You know what I mean? Because some people are so interesting like that. You're like, dude, I never even would have thought of that. You know what I mean?
Because excuse me. I can't stand somebody trying to sell me a wolf ticket to a pipe dream.
Wolf ticket, what is that?
A wolf ticket. It's just like
something fake,
like something fake. Like it's something like making it bigger than what it is.
Okay.
You know what a pipe dream? You know what a pipe dream is?
It's like something that's
a pipe dream is somebody trying to tell you something that is so real, but it's like if you look through that pipe, it's like all the way over there. It's, you know what I mean? Like, and that is
kind of some people selling you a wolf ticket,
bro. When I was younger, there was so many people like, oh man, you know, I can help you do this, or you know, if you sign with me, or you know, if you come fuck with me, I make you. And I used to be like, oh yeah, because you're so hungry,
right?
And you want to do this and you want to do that and you want to get up on the shit, right? But you're just kind of like, when you get to that point of what it is, and you're just like, this ain't what it is. Yeah. That's a pipe dream. That was, you got sold a wolf ticket. So now I'm just kind of like, like if I don't see it for myself, or I can't deal with it myself, or you know, things of that nature, I don't even fuck with it in general. You know, so it's like, you know, that's why I am the way I am, because I could see through bullshit, man. You know, I try to stay 10 steps ahead of the game always, because if you don't, you'll hit that wall and you're stuck, you know, and you fall and you try to pick yourself. Nah, I try to stay 10 steps ahead. So that way, you know, if I take a loss somewhere, I kind of already set myself up to know what to do if I took a loss somewhere, you know. So
I know one of the ways to learn that is through like you trying it yourself, and another way is like getting advice from other people. Do you find yourself doing that often?
Oh, of course, I do that now still. You know what I mean? But the only way you could do that if you surround yourself with people that are actually doing something. You know, I would have never gotten this far in my music career or anything else that I do if I just hung out with a bunch of people that were claiming to do something.
Wow.
So when I started, I had already jumped in the pool with somebody that was really doing stuff, you know, and that's where I learned a lot of things, you know, because the first person that I actually recorded with in his studio, he did country music. Yeah. He didn't do rap. He didn't even like rap. You know, I was 14 years old. I recorded at this place. It was called Gillies on Castores. Wow. Dennis Gilly was actually is related to Mickey Gilly, which owned Urban Gillies in Houston, which is off Urban Cowboy. Yeah. And then they're related to like Jerry Lee Lewis. They all play the piano. Wow. But he's the first person to actually record me. Wow. Yeah. And then I learned how to do mixing and recording vocals and all that stuff through him. And then just, you know, as my career progressed, you know, I've just learned other things. But
wow. And so you learned from people that are already doing stuff.
Yeah. But everything that I know, 99% of the stuff that I know, I'm self-taught. I've never been to college for it. I never, you know, I didn't go to school for graphic design or music stuff or photography or none of that shit. No, I'm self-taught.
Yeah. So how some people, it's hard for them to get started in doing that. And it's almost like you have to learn how to fail in trying to figure it out.
Oh, of course. I mean, there's always a try and error. I mean, you're never gonna get it right on the first time. It's once in a blue moon that you might hear a story where somebody came out the gate and it just, but other than that,
yeah. And you mentioned that you in the Red High podcast, shout out with Scoop Dose, rubbing elbows with the right people.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That meaning like.
I mean, being in a room with people that are actually, again, like doing something. I got around. I was doing show, like my first show was opening up for 50 Cent, Master P. You know what I mean? When I was 17 years old. Even then, the guy that kind of helped me with certain stuff, he was it was my homie G Money that worked for 102.9 The Bomb.
Wow.
You know what I mean? After that, my homie Tuna that owned Down South Grills, he kind of looked out for me too with certain shows because that's what he was into, putting on shows, and he was one of the dudes that did all the grills in Corpus.
Wow.
So, being around him, he would, put me on this, put me on that. And then as I got older doing other shows, I got around like people like Chingo Bling, who else? I mean, there's so many different people, but I mean, and now I do a lot of stuff for them.
When did you find out you needed to do that in order to continue to progress?
When you don't have any money to do certain things, you know what I mean? My parents never took, my music thing as a serious thing where they were just like, oh yeah, Mijo raps and here's a check and all this stuff. It was nothing like that. You know what I mean? It was just, my brother, what did he bought me like this little microphone recording set thing, came with like a microphone and a mixer and stuff. But that's what I had at one point. And then I taught myself how to do graphic design because I knew, well, if I'm going to sell music, I need to have a cover, right? But I didn't have money to go pay graphic design. I didn't even know where to even go, right? Wow, I knew about this company called Pen and Pixel, which were one of the biggest, designers in Houston. They did everybody from Master P to Cash Money, all this stuff.
Wow.
But I mean, I didn't have back then. I think the lowest package they had was like $1,500, right? To me, that was like $15,000.
Yeah.
So I taught myself how to do graphic design, and I did all my own shit until I got into my 20s, where I got into like visual stuff.
So you started learning how to do that, and then at some point you started doing it for other people.
Yeah.
Not even like thinking.
I never,
you weren't even thinking like you were going to be doing it.
None of the stuff that I ever got into besides music was ever to make money off anybody. I never got into it to look 10 years from then and be like, oh, I'm going to make a business out of it. I never looked at it like that. It just happened, you know what I mean? And I've done a lot of stuff that people don't even realize that it actually came from Corpus, from me. You know what I mean? I've done a lot of shit,
That's what's up,
man.
Yeah, so, dude, that's amazing to me. Yeah, like you started doing that, and then eventually, and I'm thinking too, rubbing elbows with the right people, because there could have been other people doing what graphic design or whatever, but just somehow you're in that place.
There was only, I think, me and the homie Shy One, which he does like horrorcore rap. Me and him at that point were the only ones that really did everything for ourselves as artists.
Wow.
So there wasn't a lot of people that were doing it, the way we were doing it. But I taught myself everything because, again, I didn't have money. I know a lot of people who have come up off the strength of, money being, inherited to them, or, stuff like that. I ain't never been blessed like that. You know what I mean? So I've just kind of winged it,
Yeah.
So
that's grinding, bro.
Oh yeah.
Definitely at its core. Like,
I mean, think about it like this, man. I ain't never been on Hot 95. I mean, Hot Z95, but I made it to Hot, 97 in New York. And I don't say that as a diss. I'm just
right.
I say that because think about that. Hot 97 is one of the biggest radio stations in the world. And I did it with, I don't have a hit record. I've never had a manager.
Wow.
I've never been signed to a record label.
Right.
So, and again, I don't have financial backing. I made it all the way up there solely by myself.
Wow,
I didn't pay for it. A lot of people thought I paid to get on that platform as bragging rights, and I never paid for that shit.
Yeah, that's what's up,
so that's one thing about it.
So that's back in the day. Now people think that they have to do that
No,
Like
when
they
I made when I got on High 97, that was back in 2019.
No,
Yeah.
like getting a manager. I need to get a manager. I need to get this.
I mean, if you get to a certain stature, of course, you want to do a lot of. You would have to get certain things like that put in place because, again, not everybody has everything. You know, you can't control everything,
Right.
You know, unless you just have the smarts for that. You know, but me, I just. You know, I still control everything myself. You know,
so do you distribute your own music or oh no kidding?
Yeah.
Do you use DistroKid?
No.
Oh, okay.
I used to, but
okay.
one thing about DistroKid that a lot of people don't understand is that whole paying one fee with unlimited music and stuff like that. If you don't read the fine line in that stuff, it tells you that if something should ever happen to you and that payment stop coming in, that music belongs
to them.
No, it's just gonna be taken off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they charge you an extra fee on top of each song to keep that song up there forever. You know what I mean? So
crazy.
My distribution is under CD Baby at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I always tell people, like, you know, things like TuneCore, CD Baby, and other things that, you know, you pay one fee to have it up there is way better than trying to like that. That's where you fall into the rabbit hole where it sounds good, but if you don't pay attention, then they kind of get you in the end. You know what I mean? So.
Have you always been like that to where you have to make sure to look at it twice instead of just
of course, yeah.
You have to be like that.
I look at twice everything. You know what I mean?
Just to make sure, right?
Don't you still look at your order from McDonald's or something and make sure everything's in the bag? I mean,
you'd be surprised,
am I right?
We double check.
What's the first thing you do when you go to Jalisco's and you bring your plate? You kind of like make sure that everything's on there, right? Like, shit, baby, you don't give me that guacamole. Like,
oh, come on, bro.
I know that picture had that guacamole on there, man. Come on, you know.
So what's your go-to at Jalisco anyway?
Oh, the Texas plate.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, hell, that's what's up,
you know, but that's because I just don't have time to be looking at a 500 item menu, you know, like the Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
You know, people, you know, in the world of the stuff that I do, it's like when somebody goes into a restaurant, any type of fast food place, you only got a couple, you probably less than a minute to catch somebody's attention when it deals with stuff like that. So,
crazy.
So you think about it, you put 100 things on a menu, you're there like in a encyclopedia type thing, and by the time you know, you're not even hungry no more.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know, so that's why they throw those chips and salsa in front
Oh
of
hell yeah! Here's some time to think.
It's a mind game, bro. It's a conspiracy.
Dang, bro, dude.
You know, people love conspiracies. A little bit more, bro.
For real. Damn, for real, bro. Wow, that's so crazy, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you coming on. What you got? You got anything else coming up? I know you mentioned projects. You got some projects coming on or something?
Yeah. So, me and my homie DJ Stump, we're gearing up to release some new music. We're about to drop a mixtape, and then I got a lot of original stuff coming back out, and then hopefully get, you know, back on the road of doing shows and doing stuff locally and things like that as well.
That's cool. That's cool. DJ Stump, shout out. I know. I've been wanting to get him on.
Yeah, it's my brother, man.
Yeah,
he was actually gonna be here with me.
He was, damn.
Yeah, he actually was. But
that'd be cool.
He had some things he had to take care of. I don't want to
quote unquote.
Yeah. Something that he couldn't miss.
Right.
He knows what I'm talking about.
He knows what's up.
So yeah, I didn't. You know, we weren't gonna take that chance, but you know, I'm glad. You know, my brother's out doing his thing, and you know, back to where he needed to be. So
I seen y'all's picture. Is
the
like
best DJ in Corpus.
Oh my god, dude! I saw y'all's picture on your Instagram, but it's like maybe like a promo. I don't know what it was, but he's standing there. He don't, and just knowing y'all, like,
he be catfishing too.
He don't look like a rapper, bro. He looks like I got my instrument. This is
I'm just the DJ.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly,
just
bro.
the DJ.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, but it's cool, you know, because, you know, when we met doing a gig, and he was there for one thing and I was there for the other, and then, you know, he wanted me to help him do some stuff, and the first question he asked me was like, "Hey man, how can I really do some shit?" And I was like, "Man, you just gotta do the opposite of what everybody else ain't doing," you know. And he took my advice and he ran with it, and you know, he's been with me ever since. And he went to High 97 with me. He went to New York with me. I took him with me.
Wow.
And he got to see what it is. So he's one person, man, that can tell you, like, the things I tell you or the things that I say I'm gonna do or am doing, he'll tell you that I'm not bullshitting about it, you know, because he's always with me, you know. At a certain point, he always sees, you know. So, you know, so that's a good thing, because it's always good to have certain people there to where if somebody ever tries to doubt what you're trying to do, you have some type of clarification that, like, nah, man, you telling the truth, you know. So
like somebody watching over.
Yeah, but I mean, he'll tell you too. He's the same person that when we were coming back from New York, and he asked me like, man, what do you think people, you know, are gonna say back home after seeing me on it? And I was just like, I get a lot of hate from it.
Well, nobody will find out. Nobody even hear about it.
And then, sure enough, that's what I did. I got a lot of hate from it. Yeah. Well, because I know one of them was like, "Why'd they put him on there? They should have put such and such and such and such and such and such and such."
Never satisfied, bro.
When my thing was like, well, if you're that fucking good, you know, but this is what people get twisted, and this is what somebody asked me one day. They're like, man, you don't get upset like when you see things, or when I did see things like that. And this is what I tell people: I'm not gonna sit up on the internet and argue of why I deserve my winnings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna never argue with somebody.
That's basically complaining, or like,
no, it's just it's what like at that point in time, what was I supposed to do? Get on the internet and comment to each person why I deserve to be in that chair, why I deserve to do this, why do I need to go to each fucking person? Like, when you kind of sit back and you look at certain things from people's perspective, you kind of break it down in sections to where it's like, you guys over here don't ever promote support anything in general. Then you guys over here don't fucking buy anything and shit. So, you know, it's like that, man.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
So a bunch of haters, never satisfied.
I don't even know what to call them anymore. I don't even call them haters anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's something. Just people that are just bored, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're doing stuff, man.
I just want to let you know that my drink is still cold in this.
Dude, hell yeah, bro. So. What you got in there? You got some water? I poured my water in here.
I drink liquid death.
Oh yeah, I saw that, bro.
I love it.
It's not the carbonated. It's not the carbonated.
Oh, I can't stand those.
No.
I can't stand those. I'm a very huge like soda drinker. It's very bad, but I can't do like those sparkling water flavor types of things. Okay. I can't stand that shit. It's something about it, bro. Like, I don't know how people drink those White Claws and all that shit. Oh my God, the thing tastes like shit, bro. Like, it's like getting a soda that has no flavoring in it, and it's just like, yo, like, if people were there at the bar, like, I'm just like, that shit tastes like shit.
Vodka water in the
glass. No, but I'll drink the shitload out of Topo Chico, and, stuff like that. But I love Liquid Death, man.
Liquid Death.
Shout out to Liquid Death.
Yeah, shout out, right? No shame. We need a plug.
I need every flavor.
Hell yeah.
But just even that, man. You know, one of the reasons what caught me was that whole packaging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know,
like the packaging, the actual can itself.
Yeah, the can itself. Okay, if you think about it, if you're walking down the street with one of those cans, it looks like you're walking around with a beer.
Oh yeah, it does.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of funny, you know, but, you know, filtered water, but I just like the way, a lot of the other flavors, like the half and half, and they have the peach one and things like that. So,
yeah, right on. Yeah. The sweet and sparkling waters from HEB are amazing, Anthony Diaz.
I can't do it.
You can't do it?
Can't. No, hell no. There was a time, shout out to my homie Johnny Smalls, he, I think it was Truly's or something. He was like, try this, right?
Yeah.
He's all, and I tasted. I was like, man, it tastes like shit. But then he put me on to this little trick. He's like, well, if you take those Kool-Aid packets that you put in waters, or like the little squirt bottles, he's all, you just put a little bit in there and just kind of like stir it around, and then you don't really get that bitter taste out of it or whatever.
Yeah, right on.
So yeah, if I do, I have to do that. But I don't really drink that shit. I'm not a huge drinker. Like, I don't consume alcohol like all day, all night or whatever. Now I'm into just really like like I drink old fashions and stuff. Yeah.
Old fashioned like liquor or okay.
Yeah. So when I do, if I do consume some type of alcohol, but I really don't. I don't really try to, I have bottles and stuff like that, but some that have been gifted to me, but I don't really drink like that.
Were you ever like a heavy drinker?
I wouldn't say a heavy drinker, but I mean, I would drink like heavily when I would go out and things like that. But now it's just because of all the stuff that I got going on, and with other things around me, I don't try to consume in that, man. I'm just at this point in my life, it's just I don't ever want to be the cause of putting somebody else's life in danger or even myself. Am I a victim of doing that, drinking and driving to certain? Of course, everybody is, right? But it's just certain things, man. I don't ever want to be on the jail app for that. You know what I mean? So I don't jail
really. It was like FaceTime with like, is that what it is?
The Nueces County jail app?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
The Nueces County Jail Act. Do you want me to give them a plug too?
Yeah. Come on. We got a comment here. They say that you
NCSO. That's what it is.
NCSO.
NCSO. Anybody watching knows about the jail act, bro. Trust me, y'all know.
That's the thing about me, bro.
But you know what I hate? Let me tell you what I hate. Don't go do something stupid. You get locked up. You end up on the app, and your fucking mugshot is you crying and shit because it's like, yo, you knew what the fuck you were doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go out there crying. Like,
yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Hell no, man.
Crooked Christi, bro.
I love it, man.
Somebody say you did comedy at one time? Is that
me?
True? Yes, we did.
No.
You say you did comedy? I don't know.
Nah, I've never done comedy. I'm just funny. I say a lot of funny shit, but I've never done. I've actually had somebody tell me to do it. Shout out to my boy Lito Cortez. He does comedy. That's my homie, man.
Yeah, no kidding, bro.
Hell yeah, that's cool. My homie, man.
Yeah, we were in a band together. He played drums, I played guitar.
Yeah, very talented.
Shout out Lito, man. Yeah.
Shout out to the Candyman and his moms and all them, his sisters and all them. Yeah, bro. Like, dude, that's my dude right there, man.
Yeah, Lito. That's awesome. So you know him from? How do you know him through his dad or?
Man, I can't even remember how I met Lito.
Yeah.
Shit, it's been so. Cool, but no, that's my boy, bro. Like, we've actually talked about like doing like comedy shows and stuff like that and everything like that. And
he was into that. I haven't seen him.
Very talented, man. Very talented dude.
Yeah, funny dude for real.
Yeah. But yeah, I've known him for a long time, man.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Small world, right?
Yeah, definitely, dude. Shoot, for real.
Yeah.
You got those projects coming up. You get with DJ Stump. Is there? So what's the future? What's going on with Crooked Christi? You got new drops coming out?
We with Crooked, we got a lot of new merch coming out. I just always say hopefully because you never know what's gonna happen for one day or the other. But my goal now is to just try to introduce a lot of different stuff. I really want to focus on doing a lot of things for women. We did at the beginning, we had like women's leggings and things like that. I'm in the process right now of dropping a Crooked Christi makeup palette and other things that are related to makeup. So I'm in the process of doing that. I'm hopefully before the year's out, I want to drop a limited edition skateboard for all the skateboarders and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I'm only gonna make a certain amount, and then after that, it's over with that one.
Yeah.
But I just really want to tap into a lot of different stuff. I know one of the plans is to start introducing a lot of stuff that's gym related for all the gym rats out there and things like that, like bottle shakers, gym bags, cool. Apparel for the gym, things like that.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah. I just man, what I want to do coming up this year too is I not only with my alma mater West Oso, but I want to do some stuff with all the school districts and try to do something to where every hat or shirt or whatever that's sold related to the school, a percentage goes back to them.
Nice.
You know what I mean? But I really want to start with like I said, my alma mater, West Oso, and try to put something in place where, hopefully, like a spirit store can be created, to where everything is made by Crooked Christi, but it's just all West Oso edition.
Wow, that's cool.
And try to get like the kids to sell it within the school, so that way they can learn about retail and other things like that. And whatever's it, like I said, a percentage would go back into the school.
That's what's up, man.
So.
Wow, that's dope, dude.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to do that? Like some people, they wouldn't even think about doing that.
Because I feel, one, because I still have kids that, my kids are still in school, except for my son. My son's already in college, but he just started his thing in here. But the thing is because you're not taught a lot of things that are really important in school.
Yeah.
So I look at it like, a lot of these kids, man, I feel like they're set up for failure as soon as they come out, especially the ones that don't go to college.
Man.
So I look at it like out of us, 4 brothers, my second oldest brother is the only one that went to college. He got a full ride to Johnson and Wales University in Rhode Island.
Amazing.
So, but that was his thing. That's what he wanted to do. But there's a lot of people, that just like me, I didn't care for college. I didn't care about going there, whatever, that once I was done in high school, that was it. And then I, continued to do what I was doing. But there's just a lot of kids that I feel that like, that's why you have a lot of the shit that's going on now, because a lot of these kids, they don't have no hustle behind them.
Right.
That's why a lot of them are out here doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? Because their world is so small. The way they look at the world is just very, like, to a lot of people, it's just, there's nothing more than Corpus. And when you have that mentality, you're like the crabs in the bucket mentality. That's what it is. That's what a lot of these kids are in. They're in that bucket. So it's, if you could teach, the younger crowd at the same time of teaching other people. And again, I'm not the most successful person in the world. I've never, I got bills and problems like everybody else. My thing is just, I was barely 30 years old when I, figured everything about credit. I went through all my 20s and, like paying everything cash because I didn't have the knowledge of credit. My mind wasn't on that shit. My mind was just making moves, trying to make money, pay this, pay that, all this, and that, whatever. Like, but when it got to the reality of being 30 years old and you couldn't do certain things because you have no credit,
crazy.
So a lot of these kids, they don't know about shit like that.
Yeah.
So.
Right on. So you believe in like having keeping up your credit score?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Now my credit's good.
I'm on the other side of that.
No, man. I think at what am I, like 700 maybe, something like that.
So you feel like having a credit score would help you to, I guess, give you more purchasing power, or like how do you look at that?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's. You got kind of, it's not hard for you to do certain things, but again, there's a lot of things that, that I've been trying to do that I wasn't able because, again, of everything in the past that I didn't do as that. Because remember, in my lifestyle, it's just, you're just busting a move.
Yeah.
Busting a move and hustling. Like, you're not looking at like, oh, I need a credit card. You're just paying cash for everything, or, the way you consume it is just cash flow. So it's like a lot of the things you just, I just never get. My mom was like, don't ever get a credit card because if you ever put that shit in debt, I ain't never going to pay that for you. Right. So that's their, like, I don't want to mess with that. You know what I mean? Growing up in my teens. But again, as I got older, you're around people that don't talk about things like that and all that stuff. So
for sure. So, there's definitely no knowledge.
So I got up, in all that late, but I know about it now. So.
Like you're saying, teaching the kids something, like teaching them that.
The shit that matters, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
The shit that actually matters.
Yeah.
The things that where a young kid can get out of high school or even start now if they're still in school, working a job, and start building something. So by the time they're 23, 24 years old, they're able to buy something that really matters. Yeah. Compared to just wasting money on an apartment that they're never going to own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what this whole thing is about, right? Living and being able to pass things on to people to where it keeps going and keeps going.
Wow.
So
like a legacy, like leaving a
legacy. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just, everybody's working towards something. You know, even people that, you know, might live in an apartment, their goal is to what? Buy a home. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's, you know, like there's levels, you know,
Right.
so you do all that stuff, and but there's just a lot of people that I feel that just don't have the common knowledge about none of stuff. And I was one of those people.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, that's why I say that, you know, I was in the same boat too at one point. But now it's just, you know, I fix my shit and I try to keep it, you know, fixed. I try to keep my bills on time and everything.
Right.
I pay on time or ahead of time, and you know. But
How do you so do you do you like think about retirement money, or how do you look at that, like say like you're at like because your dad retired from the school, right?
yeah, but my dad's been working since. I mean, my parents have been married since they were 15 years old.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing to me, man.
yeah,
To be married for that long and just
yeah.
like that's uncommon nowadays.
Oh, totally.
Totally uncommon, dude. And it's for me like it seems like there's a lot of broken homes. I mean, I don't know what your situation is, but
Broken home.
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
I
Like
mean, I just have to be a man and say it. You know what I mean? And
that's awesome.
but again, too, man, it's I don't I don't regret none of the choices that I've made. Maybe when I was younger, I look back at it like, oh, you know, I should have thought better, whatever. But I'll never regret my kids. I'll never regret how they all came about and stuff like that. And you know, as much as I might have differences with their mothers and stuff like that, witness, I'm just glad that I've never had to deal with a lot of things that maybe like people around me have dealt with. Like I'm glad that their moms have never been on drugs. They all have a good job. They all you know, fend, you know, for them as much as they can. We all have some type of a good relationship to a certain point, you know what I mean? But I can honestly say that they all have good moms and they all, you know, step up to the plate as you know, as much as I can as well. And so I'll never have that attitude, you know, with them about, you know, just saying that, oh, they ain't worth the fuck and all that shit, whatever, because, you know, they can say the same thing about me as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, when you get into those differences as you get older, but I'm just glad that my kids have that. And I'm glad that I was at least blessed to have kids with people that I've never had to worry about, oh, you know, my mom went to jail or this or that. And I'm pretty sure they feel the same way. You know, I've never, you know, been in certain type of things where my kids had to hurt from that. You know what I mean? So, but was my idea of having kids like, oh, you know, they're just gonna be in, you know, separate homes? No, that was never my goal. I mean, my goal, to be honest, was I never pictured myself having kids. You know what I mean? I have one son, I have 3 daughters. I never grew up with sisters. It was very hard to accustom myself to having daughters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but it's the coolest shit in the world, you know.
Yeah, for sure,
You
man.
know, so
Damn, props to you for
yeah.
for
I mean, I took my baby Emily. You know, I took her to Las Vegas. We went, you know, because I'm a huge Raiders fan.
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Shout
I
out
seen
Raider
that.
Nation.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, you know, 14, 15 years old going to Las Vegas. You know, talk about that. So I've been blessed to, you know, give my kids a lot of the things that they want. You know, we have our days and have our months and stuff like that. And there's a lot of things that as a dad I don't agree with and everything. But at the end of the day, I mean, my kids know what I've done for them and what I'll continue to do for them.
What's some of the things that you worry for them?
For my kids?
Yeah. Because as parents, we're just like,
Because it's a different world. Like, you know, it's, you know, like me, I just turned 38, and I remember, you know, when the street lights turned on, you came inside. You know, that's what I was raised up on. You know, we played football in the streets and stuff. To be honest with you, and it's, I didn't know the conversation was going to go into this, but I do worry, man. I worry because, you know, my son's just started his college thing, and, you know, my son's a good kid. He's not, even though he grew up in parts of the neighborhood or around, with me and everything like that, besides his mom, he just wasn't around the shit like that as like I was, so he has a good head on his shoulders. He knows what he wants to do. There's plenty of people that give him good advice, and he's around not only good family members and everything like that and friends as well, but I just always worry that he might fall into a situation that has nothing to do with them, or be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Or so I always try to just tell him, when we do talk, is like, you always got to watch your surroundings. You just got to see, what things, are really about, and just always never fall into the bullshit, So, I mean, because you got kids out here just killing each other off nothing, bro. Off nothing, and it's sad, bro. It's really sad.
Yeah. And it's like you still want them to be able to try stuff. And
of course, but I want my kids to travel. That's why I try, in the past, to try to take them as many different as places I've been. But my son, he's been to California to go visit his uncle. Taking my daughter to Las Vegas and things like that. It's my youngest daughter, she's 8 years old, but she travels a lot with my parents, and so it's just things like that. I just want them to see, if it's not the whole world, at least to see that the world is way bigger than
something.
Corpus.
I got you.
Way bigger than Texas.
Gotcha.
Way bigger than Texas. So yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that can be an eye opener, man. See something other than that. What you see.
But I also try to tell them too. It's like, when we do have these talks, I don't. It's weird to have like certain talks, even with my kids, when we do talk and we do have these talks, because it's just, again, man, I don't feel old. I'm not old. I know that for a fact. But it's, they live in a totally different world. You got to remember, like you said, we're like close in age, right? So you got to think about it. We were here before the internet, when the internet started, and now we're here after the internet, right? So and they're here with all this stuff happening. So it's kind of like, that's the thing that I kind of worry about, is that my kids get caught up in a whole bunch of shit that that really shouldn't pertain to them. But I the one thing I know is that I can't control a lot of things that I can't control. That's things are gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It almost seems like as a parent, we kind of want to gravitate toward that because we have kids.
Yeah, of course.
We want to be like trying to control everything, but we know we can't.
Just like my daughters, man. I don't ever want them to depend on a man. I want them to know that you live in a world now that, as long as you have your head on right, you find a hustle. You find multiple hustles. You know what I mean? Like, because what happens is that I feel that even if somebody, doesn't have a hobby, it's good to find one, even if it's, where you can make some money out of it, because, think about it. When COVID hit, it scared a lot of people, because a lot of people didn't know what the fuck to do, right? Because you've been at this one job doing this one thing, and now you just don't know what to do. But think about all the people that had multiple hustles. Making t-shirts, doing this, wow. People knew, like, oh shit, okay, well, my major income that's not coming in from all that, I could do this over here. Yeah. And people were just playing the guitar on live feeds, and people were cash apping them. Think about that, right? Like, people found, and that's just knowing that you have that hustle mentality. So, and if you have it, man, it's not something that you just pick up. It's something I feel that you're born with. Like, some people have it, some people don't. That's what it is.
I don't know. I want to go as far as to say that like our culture, I guess, like especially the older generation, like, they work hard, bro. Oh, of course. Like my tias, they still work hard to this day, and they're like, oh, I'm like, dang. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's you'll never. I mean, the stuff that I do. I mean, I'll never match up to what my parents have done. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Because they came from a whole different era. They've worked to a certain point. There were certain things that they were able to do right off the rip. You know what I mean? And nowadays, a lot of this stuff don't exist. So,
it's a changing world, and you have to change with the times.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, and I'm in the game where the shit is evolving every day.
Wow,
you know what I mean? Think about it. You're going from Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. You know, if they ban the whole TikTok thing or America buys it, like what's gonna come after that? I mean, right now there's somebody sitting in their bedroom or in an office trying to create something that's way better than TikTok.
Wow, crazy. Do you find yourself like being wanting to be around younger, the newer generation because that's the technology that they've been growing up in?
No, I mean, I learn every day. So a lot of the stuff that's happening, I mean, I'm using it myself, or I'm figuring it out myself. But I'm always willing to get with people that, you know, want to do something, or they're you know, something that's going on. You know, I'm always ready to tap into something, but I just can't do things with people that where if I see myself doing all of the work,
yeah, there's no reason.
There's no reason for me to even be around. You know what I mean? That's what happens most of the time. But
do you find yourself micromanaging, like, or
I don't micromanage nobody. I just do. You know, I do it. You know, the shit that I do, like clothing. You know, the Crooked Christi wise. You know, again, I do it with my brothers. So you know. Me and my brother Jason, you know, we go at it sometimes, and you know, because we're two people, doing, you know, we know we're on the same level of certain things, and we're always just trying to be better, and trying to better ourselves, and you know, but no, I don't micromanage nobody, man. I just, you know, I've never really been in a position to have to macromanage anybody except myself. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, like, you know, I'm always willing to work with people. That's one of my main goals is music wise is I want to get with a lot of people that do music that are actually got something going on, and I want to drop like 5-song projects with them.
Nice.
Probably shoot a video to each project.
Wow.
And just put it out and just build like that, you know, besides of doing my own solo thing. But there's a lot of, you know, talented artists out here that are just never gonna get their shine, or they don't have, you know, the money and things like that, like I did, you know. So a lot of those people, man, they're just never gonna get their shine, and I feel like they're just, you know, it'll become wasted talent, you know. So
you mentioned like too, like sometimes they're around like the wrong people, like
of course.
That could keep them from progressing.
Of course, if you're around 4 broke dudes, what do you think you're gonna become?
Yeah, we broke also.
Right? So, you know, I'd rather get with people that, you know, have built their platform or structure off of, you know, this and that has made it go up, and that's what you want to build around. You know, you're never gonna get nowhere hanging with a bunch of motherfuckers that just ain't past level 1, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You know, so when I look at certain things, I'm like, that don't work for me.
And some people on level 1, they think they're on level 10 already.
Yeah, well, it comes to reality when they look at level over here, and they're just like, yeah, they ain't for me.
Oh, reality check.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get there. I'm not here talking shit. I'm just saying, like, but get there the right way. Because trying to kiss ass and trying to, you know, skip the line and all this stuff. Because I've always believed this is that you can go from 1 to 100, right? Like you can go around everybody. But what happens when you get to the 100 spot and you're not equipped to stay there because you've missed every little thing you're supposed to pick up along the way, right? Think about it like that.
Wow, crazy, man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like you need that. You need all those other steps to get to that.
Yeah,
crazy. Bro.
Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda, like, bro.
You gotta... Just saying, you know.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Mario can't fly in the air.
Bro.
Mario can't fly in the air without that leaf. Bro. You know what I mean? Like, just saying. I'm just saying. Crazy, bro. You know, Tomb Raider can't shoot that bear without the 2 guns
real,
on the
man.
side. So.
Do you still game today?
Yeah, I'm
Xbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've had what do I got at home? I think I still somewhere. It wasn't mine. It was my brother's. But I know the Atari. I still have the original NES.
Seriously?
Yeah, I have Super Nintendo. the Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast,
Wow.
the first Xbox, Xbox 360, the latest Xbox, and yeah, I've never owned a PlayStation.
Seriously?
Yeah, I've never owned a PlayStation.
You didn't want to like?
Once I got Xbox, it was just
okay.
but yeah, I've never owned a PlayStation.
Yeah, right on.
So
I got guys come through here, and there's always the debate, console or PC.
Yeah, but I barely. You know what's so crazy? So younger, I used to be a heavy gamer, but my games were like, and I still play this to this day. I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan, so I play Tomb Raider a lot. I play the Hitman series a lot. I barely got on. Is it Modern Warfare?
I'm not too sure. I really don't get
people probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I barely got on that. Like
that's the first person shooter, or
even though I hate those games.
Really?
Though.
Wow.
Yes, it gives me a headache because all you see is the hand. Like I hate it. Look, people are gonna fucking hate me for this. I'm sorry. I just couldn't get with fucking GoldenEye.
Oh wow.
Couldn't get that whole hand shit. That's all you see. I couldn't do it. I hate that shit.
You start getting nauseous,
dude. Yeah, it's just because it's like you go and you just see the hand, like, and I'm just like, yo, I can't fuck with those games, bro. I gotta see the person.
Yeah.
You know, walking around and I gotta see that. I can't do the first person.
Yeah, I can see that. Like you figuring stuff out. Yeah.
But that's what that, the Modern Warfare and all that stuff is. Shooting other people. But I just hate that gun, man. Like,
do you get online? Like, do you play with people online?
When I get a chance to, yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of time to play. When I do, it's like 3 a.m, 2 a.m, when I can't sleep. But other than that, I love video games, man.
Dude, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you started, man, with the
video
Atari,
games, the movies.
Oh,
my brothers did, because remember, they're older, they're way older than me. But yeah, they had an Atari. And then, my pops was cleaning out the attic a while back, and he pulled out a lot of stuff that we had put up there. And we still got the what was it, Super Pad? The NES Super Pad.
Yeah, cool.
Still got that. Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome,
Super
bro.
Nintendo.
Old school. Yeah. Nintendo 64 Classic remote.
Never had that though.
Okay.
Never had a Nintendo 64.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But
man, I can't believe we're talking about games right now, bro. What's going on?
Love that shit, man. It's just because it's I'm human like everybody else.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no, for real, man.
I mean, people think I'm an asshole at one point because and I've had this told to me. It's because they'll go to my Instagram and they're like, "Oh, your pictures make you look like you're all just," and I'm just like, it's just photo aesthetics, but not. I mean, I try to have a good time with everybody. And
that's crazy, bro.
I don't got no beef with nobody, and
well, if you're busy too, and you got a goal, you got a plan, like.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, it's like just that. Again, but still, it's like I'm like this, man. I like to, if there's a good time, I'm all with it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a problematic person, but if it has to get to that, whatever. But it's I just wake up, I'm just good, good to go. I'm ready for tackle the day, and some days I'm like, I don't want to tackle this shit, but I got to get up and do it. And then my day never really stops, man. To be honest, it really doesn't. I mean, I go from one thing over here to go over here to go this, and in the midst of all that of my workflow, I'm still having to deal with personal stuff, so it's like it's a whole bunch of shit and
juggle everything.
Yeah, man. And I'm just glad I'm not one of those people that I don't let it consume me, or I become depressed and all that different stuff. I try to not think about things like that, and I try to keep myself meditated to where it's like, at this point, man, I look at it like I told you earlier, I can't sit, bitch, and complain about certain things. Shit is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You gotta think. You gotta figure it out. And because you know what, it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, right on.
So
do you believe it? Oh, is there a Crooked Christi shirt he's wearing? Oh yeah, she's asking about the Crooked Christi shirt. Yeah. Show it off. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like that. Is that how it is?
Yeah, he's got a Crooked Christi shirt, Chachi. Hit up his website, Crooked Christi Text, crookedchristytx.com.
Mm-hmm. You see how I was giving you false information? Gatekeeping. He was gatekeeping. Come on, man.
Where I get it, yeah, crookedchristytx.com.
crookedchristytx.com, man. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. See that? See
Yeah,
the radio voice right there.
Yeah. So your tag is Crooked Christi everywhere. Or
yeah,
Crooked Christi TX?
Crooked Christi.
Yeah.
No, there's just the URL. That's Crooked Christi.
Okay. Yeah. You couldn't get the URL.
You know what's so? Let me tell you a story. So somebody came to us. We were Day of the Dead. They came to us and they tried to say that they owned a thing called Crooked Christi.
Oh.
Right. So I was like, all right, whatever. Again, I was already dealing with stupid shit like this, right? So dude had a Facebook page, all this other shit or whatever, and what was it? I don't know if he was trying to do clothing as well or something like that. And he was telling me that he owned this and he owned that, and it's like, well, how do you own something if I actually own it? If the trademark is already trademarked, it's copyrighted. It's not like how do you own something that you don't own, right?
Right.
And so I don't know if this person like owned the URL or some shit like that or whatever, but I remember talking to the dude on the phone, and I remember the conversation was like, look, bro, like whatever you're trying to do is not gonna work, right? And you're not gonna win anything.
He was telling you this?
I'm telling him that.
Oh,
I'm telling him that. Like whatever you're thinking, you think you could do, it's not gonna happen, right? Like we own this shit,
right?
But I did tell him, I was like, look, man, I think he said he bought the URL or some shit like that, and I was just like, well, okay, well, I'll give you what it's worth.
Oh well.
Yeah, and how much is a URL? It's like $11, $12. So I give you what it's worth, and because this is at the very beginning of when all this stuff is starting, and usually like, oh well, this and that and all that shit, and I was like, look, bro, like, I don't give a fuck if you have a URL, whatever. Like, I own the trademark. Like this is the whole shit's mine. Like, and he found out pretty quick that like, no, serious.
Wow, dude.
So
hey, is that website? Let me see. Let me look at crookedchristi.com. See if they still own it. Have you checked to see if you can get it or not?
I mean, Crooked Christi, Texas is fine with us.
Damn. That's what's up.
I mean, there's nothing on that page. There's nothing. There's no that nobody
so
had nothing related to what we had. So it's just somebody just tried doing something or whatever, and it just
never happened.
I don't know. Yeah. So nobody owned anything. Like nobody owned this before we did. Like we literally created all this.
Yeah.
That's
awesome, man.
So I didn't create the word.
Yeah.
I just we created the brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
So you can't go. Well, they haven't picked you to go to the Day of the Dead anymore. Like
no, but you don't get picked. You have to like register and all the stuff. But I mean, when you're doing it for like 3-4 years straight, and all of a sudden you send in the same paperwork and you send in the same this, and then you get rejected, it's kind of like what, So I don't know. I don't know how true it is, but somebody was telling me that it went back to where things that were being sold there, it had to actually be handmade and all this other shit. I don't know how true that is, but I think it's just kind of fucking stupid. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Go buy a t-shirt machine and be there on the side of the street and be like, oh, here you go. Like, it's fucking retarded. But that's what I'm saying. It's stupid shit like that. What am I I'm supposed to have somebody's grandma embroidering the hat so I could be a part, like...
Yeah.
But you'll let, Miss So-and-so down here sell soaps and shit, and you don't know what they're putting into it, but I gotta fucking, I hate that shit, man. God, sometimes I get so upset with Corpus. I love Corpus to death.
Yeah.
But God damn, man, it's like, y'all motherfuckers need to get y'all shit together when it comes to some of this shit, That's what people get pissed off around here, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get irate on this motherfucker.
You're right, not for real, man.
City council and whoever you motherfuckers on.
All the way up to the top, bro.
No. Yeah, it's cool. But then I think about like, man, do I want to be out there in the 100-degree heat? Like, trying to sell a t-shirt. I love y'all, but God, I can't be out here in this 100-degree heat trying to sell you a T-shirt, baby. Like, just order it. Just order it off the west side. I throw a free sticker in there.
Yeah.
People don't. You know what's so crazy? People don't even know that. People don't even know that. Sometimes I might throw a little extra in that package.
Yeah.
For love.
Yeah, that's cool. So you package it yourself? You package it yourself, or
I do everything. That's what. Bro.
That's awesome.
There is no. You order the T-shirt off the website, and then it's like a whole third company that prints it and then sends it out. No, I'm mailing that shit to you.
Hell yeah.
I gotta get my ass up in the morning to make sure all those orders get to the to the mailbox and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I've had people actually like, hey, can you just come drop it off to me? Stuff like that. But,
drop ship is what DJ Lil King. He said,
I don't do none of that
drop
shit.
ship.
It's really not. It's really drop shipping too. It's funny he brought that up, but drop shipping too is sometimes really not a good thing to even get into for stuff, man.
You lose money that way, I think.
You do.
That money that you can have.
Yeah. But it's but that's what it is, man. I actually, we did, take it, now that I think about it, we did have, there was a point in time that I did find a space and I wanted to open up as a store, and I don't think they like the idea.
The owner?
Or of the plaza or something.
Okay.
I don't think they like the idea of like having like a clothing, like a streetwear thing. Or this is the thing that gets me. Why shoot down an idea or business, whatever, you don't even know what the concept of the business is? But this is exactly what has happened with me with a lot of different stuff.
Wow.
And I'm here to tell you this. And I hope that, you have an audience, that the people that deal with the city and all that stuff, so they know this, is that, again, I would have never made, and peep this, I would have never made the front page of the business section if this was something negative.
Wow.
You think the Caller Times would have threw me on the front page of the business section if this was bad? If this was something that wasn't actually, I understand Crooked Christi, people think it's bad and all that stuff, but come on. It's gotten to the point to where it's like, it's fucking cool. Right? Like, you own your brand, right? And you're giving me props.
Yeah.
Right? So think about that. We've built something to where, again, how cool would it be? Crooked Christi Hooks Jersey night,
dude,
doing a partnership with them, and it's like, dude, them the first person, one of the first people to buy something from us at the Day of the Dead. This is when we were barely setting our tent up and stuff like that, right? Because it was like 4 or 5 in the afternoon or some shit like that. The first person to buy something from us was like a 60-year-old white lady.
Wow, crazy.
Do you think she knew what the fuck Crooked Christi was?
Wow, crazy.
Fuck no, because she told me, I don't even know what this is, but it looks cool.
Wow.
And boom, bought the first shirt.
That's crazy.
So think about that, dude. I've had police officers buy my shit. Like there was one, I forgot his name, but I had a police officer come to one of our pop-up. He wasn't on duty or nothing like that, but he told me that before even attempting to purchase our stuff, he had looked into it.
Oh wow!
To make sure that it had nothing to do with any type of gang shit or whatever. And when he saw what we were doing, because we were doing all these pop-ups, inviting the community to come see us, he saw then like, okay, this ain't bad. And when he started to see our shirt designs and our hat designs and stuff like that, shit, he came and fucking would come and shop with us a lot, man.
Wow.
So, so it's nothing negative, man, at all. I've made, Crooked Christi is for the youngest kid, boy or girl on the block, to the oldest dude. You know what I mean? Yep. So it's just an all-around brand. That's what we built it for. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. CC Hooks collab would be fire.
You see that? So Hooks, get who I need to talk to over at the Hooks, right? Like, come on. That's shit.
That would be sweet, man.
They ain't got to pay for shit. I'll pay for my own goddamn self.
Like a local brand to, man, dude, that would be sweet.
Dude, Crooked Christi Hooks jersey night, like all those jerseys that they do, the ones they just give the people 100. You know, I'd be like, man, let's create this one badass jersey, you know, something, and the first 100 people to walk in there, however they do it, you know, it's like, you know, man, you know, so
that's big right there.
Hopefully, we can make it happen.
Hell yeah,
you know, so.
Man, that would be awesome.
But I would love to do it with all of them. I would love to do it, you know, maybe with the Islanders. The ice race. I would love to drop a Crooked Christi ice race jersey.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Have it one night or something. What else are we getting? Are we getting something else?
I'm not sure, man.
It's like a arena football thing or something. I don't know if that started.
Yeah, I guess. I think
whatever all that shit is, I want to do it all, man. But it's just because, see, I don't know who's in charge of certain things like that, you know? And if I go to certain people that I think I know who maybe, they might not give me that information because they don't want to see me shine out here. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I just got to flood through the little pipeline myself and just go straight to the source. But I mean, if enough people, you know, tag us in the comments and say, hey, y'all need to do a collab with such and such, that's where you start to wake people up, man. And that's what I want people to know. Like, you know, that's how shit happens. The amount of people that want to see something happen need to go and they need to comment like, man, y'all need to do a collab with this or do a collab with that. You know what I mean? So that way it actually happens, because a lot of times things don't happen just solely off one person. You know, because I can go in there and sell myself and sell this and try to do all that, but it takes the community of the people that actually like to see shit like that happen speak up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's easier said than done.
Yeah, right on. So Joe Brock is your hooks plug now.
Okay, there you go. Let's get it cracking. You see that?
Bro. Yeah. Shout out to that person that put you in the business section, whoever that wrote that article, dude.
Oh yeah, that was Julie.
Yeah.
Julie put us out there, and she saw what we were doing, and she came and did a whole interview and put me on there and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That sits on my wall too, because I would have never thought that would happen.
Wow, dude, seriously.
So it's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, it's like a trophy, man, dude. Yeah, you got to do that. Yeah,
it's just, I mean, again, man, it's just a cool thing to see done and be a part of, because again, I come from a place that my life could have went 100 different ways. You know what I mean? I could have got trapped up in the system and done this and done that, and you know what I mean? And I'm just glad that I've gotten this far doing things, you know, with my brothers and, you know, other people that I do business with other stuff. But I mean, to make things like the local paper and, you know, be on this and be on that. And I mean, even being on something like this, you know what I mean? Because you got to look at it like whether people look at your podcast big or small, even like, you know, King's Riding High, whatever, it's still an honor for me, because you're inviting, you know what I mean? I'm not here knocking on the door like, hey, can I get on your thing? You know what I mean? So it's when somebody invites you on, you got to take that as an honor, you know what I mean? Because you don't have to be there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Those people, you know, anybody doesn't have to invite you or do that or whatever. And that's why I try to keep, you know, a good relationship with folks, because, you know, just like me, if I know somebody does something and someone says, hey man, does somebody know, you know, that does this or do that? Like, man, I go quickly tag them. You know what I mean? Because those people always done right by me. You know what I mean? They've been respectful to me. They always show me love. I'm gonna show love back. And it's the same thing, you know, like, and she's always got to do things like that, you know. Even you know, King, you know, he's hollered at me about doing like a Riding High, Crooked Christi, you know, collabo and things like that. And I've had a lot of people ask me about different collabs and stuff like that. But it just always comes down to the business wise of it. Does it make sense? You know, are we gonna, you know, make, you know, some money out of it? And, you know, again, is it gonna make sense? You know, because I'd rather, you know, do things that make sense. Because at the end of the day, when you make it happen, it becomes way more beautiful, because it's like, damn, that should actually work. You know what I mean? So that's why you always got to make sure what you do it from, you know, the ground up.
Yeah, so it's a business. It's your livelihood. And then shout out to the Riding High podcast, which I found out about you. I mean, you were on Scoop Dose Riding High podcast. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, shit, I got to get him on. So after when I saw that, I hollered at you. Yeah. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And then like I don't want people to think there's any animosity toward us because like I have a brand too. And there was like I got a comment from somebody like when I first started, they're like, "Oh, Crooked Christi's like the original brand or whatever." I was like, "Whatever, man." You know what I mean? So,
I don't. I mean, I pay attention to what's going on because you got to, but you know, I'm not gonna sit here and down somebody else for doing something. You know what I mean? Unless it's something like trying to like copy us or try to step on our toes or something. But again, you never do that in the fashion of doing something like that publicly. You know what I mean? Like there was a time where, you know, somebody was selling Crooked Christi shirts, but it was like designed with the, you know, Chanel logos and all the different, you know, all that shit. And, you know, it was being sold in the Trade Center. And, you know, I had to go and just talk to them and let them know like, hey, I own that. And, you know, you can't sell a t-shirt that says Crooked Christi on it because I don't want people to think I made that. It goes down the same path of when people thought, you know, me and, you know, Dusty's Corpus hat was made by me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of people don't know and the confusion is there. But at the same time, you still have to, you know, let people know that, no, you don't do that. You don't do this, whatever. But I don't take negative energy from that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Because again, it's like everybody's in their own lane. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to crash into somebody else's lane. I'm in my own thing. You know, I'm tunnel vision. Like, unless the thing just doesn't deal with, you know, messing with anything that's going on over here, financially, legally, whatever. I mean, more power to you. You know what I mean? So, you know, but I've had a lot of, dude, trust me, I've had a lot of people hit me up about how can I do this? How can I do that? You know, I'll give them some gems or whatever. And then it's like they're quickly back to throwing shade on me. You know what I mean? I've helped a lot of people, bro. I've done a lot of things for a lot of people. And then I'm not talking money wise. I'm talking about throwing gems, helping them do this, write music, produce this, all the different shit. I'll never get credit of love being shown back to a certain extent. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is, you know? And that's why it's just kind of like, I don't even, you know, pay attention to what's going on. As long as it just doesn't affect over here, I don't, you know, more, like I said, more power to you and everybody else, you know?
Do you find yourself like tempted? Do you find yourself tempted to want to be like, no, they owe me money? You know what I mean? Like,
there's people that owe me money.
Or they owe me this, or they owe me
There's people right now on social media that will cap all day, but I'm just like, man, you owe me money. Shut up. Like, you know what I mean? But again, it's just I mean, I'll say little slick shit here and there, whatever, but I deal with people one-on-one. I'm not gonna waste my time on social media talking shit or whatever. I mean, that have I done it? Yes, I have. But you know, there was one time I had to do it because somebody tried to say something slick, and I had to, you know, park it. But at the same time, it's like if I have an issue, if I have a real issue, I'm gonna go talk to that person because I always feel conversation is what's gonna change everything. See, because what happens a lot, it goes back to, you know, the lie is more entertaining than the truth. Is that, you know, people are just gonna create their own little narrative about, you know, me and everybody else, but you just kind of sometimes you got to nip that shit, man. And that's why, like, if I ever hear something about me or whatever and it's not something crazy, whatever, you know, I'll just be like, you know, like, oh, did you really say this about me, or did you feel this way or whatever? But it's never been in any type of, like, you know, disrespectful talking shit type of thing, unless it had to go that route. But I mean, I've never really had to be in situations like that. So I believe a conversation will change everything, especially when you're way older, you know. If we were 17, 18 years old, you know, fucking, there probably ain't going to be no conversation. Somebody's going to try to shoot somebody just for the hell of it. But no, like, I don't have no real beef. I mean, I do have my issues with certain individuals that I'll take that to the grave. But other than that, there is no legitimate beef in people, you know.
No, man.
Especially not in business, you know. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, business is business, man. Damn, this is a good conversation.
I mean,
man.
The money that you make is your money. What do I have to do anything that? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I say too. I'm like, well, you got a brand, I got one. Dusty sells stuff. There's Breland Price. He's got the Corpus Forever thing. Made in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, you know, and
you see what I'm saying?
He's one of my homies too. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's he's hit me up. We've had conversations about, he'd ask me certain things and I'll tell him this and that. And, everybody's just doing their thing, man.
Yeah.
It's people. My thing is the people that support me, the people that support Crooked, the people that support my music. I'm grateful for them because they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? That they don't have. I don't expect anybody to do anything. You know what I mean? My thing is just, this is what I do. This is what I chose to do. And I hope that every time somebody listens to one of my songs, they enjoy it or they like it or share it. Or if they buy a cup or a shirt or a hat or Crooked Christi, they feel proud to know that something was made for us. You know what I mean? Because this brand don't have no colors. You know what I mean? It's for everybody. You know what I mean? And I mean, there's also something too that I'm gonna introduce. I just don't really know what it is yet, but it's in the works for just the LGBTQ community. You know what I mean? So to show people like, hey man, like whatever you may feel, whatever, like I'm cool with everybody, man. You know, I want everybody to shine.
Right on.
But sometimes there's certain people that don't want you to shine. You know what I mean? But I say fuck it. Yeah. Diamond in the rough, man.
Yeah, man.
So
go against the grain.
Got to.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming out, man.
Hell
We've been on 2 hours right here. I'm falling asleep already. I'm an old man, bro.
You must have worked.
Yeah. Oh, shoot, man. But yeah, thanks for coming on. You got anything else you want to share before we take off?
Oh, man. If you don't know about me, it's your first time hearing me, man, check me out, Mista Play Boy, MistaPlayBoy. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all this stuff. Check me out on iTunes right now, and keep following Crooked Christi, man, and, shop, support it. Hell
Thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. Stay tuned for the next few episodes. We got a few some other people coming on. Stay tuned. You can check out on Instagram, everywhere else, Spotify, whatever. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Hell yeah.